Hey, it's me, Enigma Hood. And this is just gonna be another status update thing. What's going on in the final hours before I leave for Sri Lanka and stuff? Well, before anything else, I just want to talk about some comments a user was making on my video about M. Night Shyamalan embarrassing Indian people and making us look bad. Now, this fucking loser really annoyed me, but I felt like I should expound on it a little bit in order to clarify any misconceptions. Basically, what this idiot was saying was that why should I feel embarrassed for the one actions of some Indian person? Why should I feel like he's shaming us? Why should I care about just one guy? And of course, this person is white, and I gotta say, sometimes white people really don't understand what it is to be a minority. It's one thing if you're white and then some white guy takes a shit in his pants right on the spot in the middle of a crowd. Now, do you feel like that white person is shaming you and embarrassing you or making you look bad? No, because white people are part of the majority, and other white people aren't going to look at that one white guy and then think, oh, white people are all smelly idiots that shit in their pants. Of course not. Of course not. It doesn't work like that. But if you're a minority, the rule is completely different. It's changed. It's on its head. If you're a minority, then you are supposed to be on your best behavior in public at all times, because human nature is to generalize people. So if you're acting like a douchebag or something like that, something negative about you, and you're portraying this, then other people, especially the majority, are going to look at that person as a representative of your people, and then they are going to ignorantly generalize. Now, that is wrong. It is wrong, but that is what people do. I can't stop people from thinking that. So therefore, what I can do is I can condemn people for making us look bad if they are a minority and they make other people look bad. It's the same thing when you have a rude black person. It's like, I don't want that black person to be rude to white people because they're making black people look bad. Then white people are going to think all black people are rude. That's where stereotypes come from. You have to always be on your best behavior, especially if you're a tourist. If you're going to another country, you're an American, and you act like a loud idiot moron, they're going to think all Americans are like this. You're always supposed to be on your best behavior. Put your best foot forward. And with M. Night Shyamalan, he was embarrassing me with his shitty-ass movies. And what made it even worse was the fact that he kept on defending his bad, shitty movies. He wouldn't accept responsibility and admit, yeah, you know what, I fucked up. And it's not like... And the thing is that people make fun of him now. People make fun of M. Night Shyamalan for being such a douchebag and making crappy movies and not owning up to it. It just exacerbates the problem. It makes it so much worse. And here's the thing. The people who make fun of him, I actually agree with them. I really do. All their complaints are completely legitimate, minus one or two things here and there, which I don't want to get into because I just don't have time to talk about this for 5 hours, which I could. And you know what? I talked about this enough already. So I hope you guys understand what I say when like an Indian person is doing something stupid and I say, this guy's making us look bad. We need someone to be a good representative for Indian people and make the general mass of idiots appreciate Indian people and think of them in a positive light. Okay, enough said with that. What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about my fucking nose. You might be saying, wait a minute, Enigma Hood, your nose is big and bulbous. What else is there to say about that? Well, if you remember correctly, jackass, I had surgery on my nose a few months ago. And what an ordeal it was to go through all of that. It was just so much trouble. And I was in so much pain. I can't even describe it in full detail. It was probably one of the worst experiences of my life, going through all that surgery. Guys, I know you guys are young, little kiddies, but when you get older, eventually you're gonna get surgery for something, and it is, let me tell you, it is really, really hard to go through. but it is probably one of the best decisions I made. I can breathe so much better now. It's not completely healed. The turbinates are still a little inflamed. I'm sure, you know, I don't have time to go into what turbinates are. Just know that there are these things in the nose and they're glands, and right now they're still swollen. So I'm not completely healed, but it's definitely getting better. I can breathe better than I ever could. I was kind of hoping, maybe wishfully thinking, that this would cure my laziness and I would be I would have all this kind of energy, it would eliminate any kind of enervation that I might feel in the future. That didn't happen. I'm still just as lazy as I always was. What can I do, you know? But at least I can breathe, so that's always good. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to get laser eye surgery. I'm sure a lot of people who watch my videos don't realize that I actually do wear glasses. And I fucking hate it. I really hate it. I look like a nerd. I look like a jerk. I don't look good. I don't look sexy. That's the first thing I was about to say. I don't look sexy. No. If I get laser eye surgery, I'm never gonna look sexy, okay? But at least I can look a little bit better. So I'm thinking about getting that. Post in the comment section what you think about laser eye surgery, LASIK, all this other shit. I still need to do some research on it, but I am contemplating it. And if any of you have gotten laser eye surgery, tell me about your experiences. But I don't know how common it is for people to get LASIK. But anyway. Video games. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of video games. I always make time for video games. I always look down on people who say, "Oh, I don't have time for video games." You know what? Suck my ballsack. Okay, you can always make time for video games. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 3, but I made time for Sonic CD. That's actually a great port of Sonic CD. They didn't half-ass it or anything like that. So I highly recommend, even if you have played Sonic CD on emulator or even on the Sega CD, it's worth getting the Xbox Live Arcade version or the PSN version. I think it's also on the PC as well. It's worth getting it because it has a few extras, like they made the spin dash, like the spin dash from Sonic 2 onward, and also Tails is in it, and it looks good on HD television. It really does look great. So, you know, pick that one up. Also, I've been playing Splatterhouse, which was completely annihilated by the critics. But I decided to take the Happy Video Game Nerd's recommendation for that video game, and I want to, you know, give him props for that, for giving that game a really, really good review, and I watch that review all the time. And this game got horrible reviews. I think it got a 4.0 from IGN, but I played it in like 2 days. I beat the whole game in 2 days. It is great. You just watch his review for that game, and I highly recommend to pick it up because you can get it. I know I got it for like around $10 on Amazon, brand new. So you can probably get a really good deal for that. So look into playing that game. It's actually really good, and it makes me so sad to know that they spent like around 4 years making that game, and for it to just do so badly when it was finally released. It's so sad when it really didn't deserve all the criticism that it got. And finally, about Sri Lanka, I'm really looking forward. I'm going to be leaving on Saturday. So I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. You know, I'm counting on you guys to hold down the fort while I'm gone. I will be taking videos as much as I can. However, I won't be able to upload anything until I get back because my PC just does not have the hard drive to cope with the high definition shit. Only my desktop downstairs can do that. I mean, high definition just for a 1 minute video is like almost 700 megs or something like that. It is ridiculously large. And I've been talking for a long time in this video, so I'm sure this video is going to be really large in file size, so I better stop here. So I guess that's it. This is Enigma Hood signing off.